In my family, the oldest son carries the casket at the head. At my father's funeral, they handed me the flowers instead. I was standing at the front of the funeral home when my brother Marcus pushed a white bouquet into my chest. Here, you carry these. I carry the head. I'm the oldest. Not this time. He smiled without looking at me. Mom decided. I found her by the casket, dabbing her eyes so the whole room could see. Why is Marcus at the head? Your father wanted it that way. Dad never said that. You weren't here at the end, David. Her voice went cold. You don't get to argue about his wishes. She was right that I wasn't there. What she didn't know was why. 3 months before he died, my father called me at 11 p.m. and told me to stop coming to the house. They're watching everything, he'd whispered. Marcus moved back in. Your mother changed the locks. Just trust me and stay away. I thought the cancer had gotten to his head. I stayed away anyway because he begged me to. Now Marcus lifted the head of the casket like he'd been born to it, and I walked behind with the flowers, and the whole church watched the oldest son get put in his place. At the cemetery, my aunt leaned over. Such a shame how you drifted from your dad. Marcus never left his side. Is that what they told you? He fed him, bathed him. You were off doing God knows what. I said nothing. I'd learned to say nothing. The reception was back at the house. Marcus stood by the fireplace holding a glass of my father's scotch, telling everyone how Dad died in his arms. He told me he was proud of me, Marcus said. His last words, "The house is yours, son." The house is his? Someone asked. Readings tomorrow, but yeah. Dad and I sorted everything out. He raised the glass. He wanted it kept in careful hands. My mother nodded along. Marcus handled everything. The paperwork, the accounts, all of it. That's when the doorbell rang. A man in a gray suit stood on the porch with a briefcase. I'm looking for David. I'm your father's attorney, Mr. Reyes. Marcus set down his glass. The reading's tomorrow, at my lawyer's office. Your lawyer didn't draft your father's will, Mr. Reyes said, and your father asked me to read it the moment he was in the ground in front of everyone. Those were his instructions. The room went quiet. My mother's face lost its color. That's not. Dad's will is with our attorney, Marcus said. The one we've been using. You mean the one you had him sign in February, Mr. Reyes said, when he could barely hold a pen. He opened the briefcase. Your father anticipated that too. He handed me an envelope and a small recorder. He asked me to give these to you personally. He said you'd know when. I pressed play. My father's voice filled the living room, thin but clear. If you're hearing this, I'm gone, and they've done exactly what I said they would. Marcus and your mother have been draining my accounts since the diagnosis. I caught them moving money in November, so I let them think they'd won. I signed their little will with a smile, but it's worthless. Marcus lunged for the recorder. I stepped back. The real will is with Mr. Reyes. Everything goes to David. The house, the accounts, all of it. I sent you away, son, so they could never claim you pressured me, so there'd be no doubt. My mother sat down hard. Turn it off. There's a second recording, my father's voice went on, of your mother and brother deciding how much of my medication to stop giving me once the money cleared. Mr. Reyes already handed a copy to the police. They should be arriving right about 2 cruisers pulled into the driveway. Blue light swept across the living room walls. Marcus turned to me white. David, come on. We're brothers. You wanted the head of the casket, I said. You can walk out the front door first too.